y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Y'all, my YouTube career has reached its peak. My dreams are coming to fruition within this video. Your girl is collabing with the ethereal, the amazing, the fantastic Lacie from Spooky Lips and Fat Hips. Y'all, I love her so much. She is such a great, positive, thoughtful, insightful creator. I mean, she's banging at makeup, she's banging at content, she's so cute. I mean, there is nothing not to love about this lovely little lady. I mean, her aesthetic, I see her and I want to be friends with her. I want to be like, hey, have tea time with me. I'll vibe with crystals. I'll do some tarot, you know. I mean, it's just a thing. And then I get a restraining order and I'm like, but I want to be your friend. But seriously, I love this chick. When she was like, she like DM'd me on Twitter and was like, collab idea. And I ran into my husband and I was like, guess what? And he was like, what? And I was just all like, I'm collabing with one of my absolute favorite people on the platform. Essentially, my life on YouTube had become complete. And today, she and I are going to be talking about the weirdest, strangest makeup in our collection. Now, this is gonna be, you know, we're gonna be talking about wonky formulas, we're gonna be talking about crazy, nonsensical colors. For example, had I bought into the hype of that Jeffree Star Black Onyx highlighter, that would be in this video. Although I do think she may have a little bit more to offer in this category just because she has a lot more experience and a lot more indie makeup in her collection. So obviously her video, her channel, her Twitter, her Instagram, her everything is gonna be linked down below. Go show the spooky girl some love. All right. And now we're gonna get into some really weird and strange makeup in my collection. And now weird is as weird does. Some of these things that, you know, maybe I find weird, maybe y'all find absolutely normal and whatever. It is subjective, it is relative. So please, just keep that in mind while watching. Now, when she and I were talking about this and we're kind of going back and forth and we were, you know, she shot the idea out and I was like, yes, I'm in. And the first thing I literally thought about was this. This is the Jeffree Star Supreme Frost in Candy Apple Drip. Now, this is not anything exclusive to him, but releasing highlighters that are basically eyeshadows. I mean, obviously, if you're a mermaid or a goblin, or I'm not even sure what, an orc, if you're out in the D&Ding and you want to slay and look fabulous while you're pillaging, this has got your back. It's just one of those things where you're just like, you know, you're going along and you're like, peachy, champagne-y, gold, even, you know, we're even broaching silver and frosty, and then Jeffree's like, green highlighter, which isn't uncommon. I mean, we have, you know, one of my all-time favorite highlighters is the Becca Mint something. It's basically a white gold with a goldy green shift, but this goes beyond gold greeny shift and goes straight up to green. Then we're doing, you know, that one was kind of a color thing. Now we're talking about like a formula. Now, these are the Melt Cosmetics Radioactive Liquid Lipsticks. Now, I reviewed these, was not a big fan of the super liquidy formula, but these are so unique and weird in my collection because, you know, you open it up and you're like, oh look, it's purple, pink, whatever that is, you know, and you're like, okay, and you swatch it, right? Oh, that's pigmented, that's heckin' pigmented. And then I'll do the purple for you as well. Might as well, while we're blipping here, I don't know if you can tell, probably freaking not, but like, you know, okay, they look like pink and purple, but this formula literally for some reason makes your lips look neon. And we're not talking like, you know, oh, that's a neon pink or that's a neon green. No, we're talking it actually gives you the effect of a neon light. I don't know what they've done to the formula, what kind of back pigments they put in this, but you put it on and you're like shining from your lips. I mean, you're literally looking at it and, you know, instead of it just being a color, your eyes are literally like, you know, like it gives you the same effect as if you're looking at a light. I mean, I wish the formula was a little bit thicker, a little less liquidy, but I mean, imagine this formula in like blue and lime green. It's just something so bizarre, so unique. Next up, you know, we gotta talk about jelly products. Because if there's one thing the makeup community and makeup companies like doing is taking a consistency that's from a normal everyday product like jelly and turning it into a makeup product. Is it practical? No, not necessarily. Does it sell because it's an absolute gimmick that everyone wants to try? Abso-freaking-lutely. But this is the Wet n Wild Mega Jelly Highlighter. I know the Farsali one was first, but I didn't buy that one because that's $40 for some congealed shimmery snot. I mean, does that look appetizing? I mean, yum yum. And I will say, it's weird, it's funky, it's literally like this like jelly, just I don't even know what to tell ya. You're going on there and you're like, okay, that's pretty. I will admit, as gimmicky and as weird and as funky as this is for someone with dry skin, I mean, yes. Because it's a nice, bouncy texture that just kind of melts into your skin. I'll just put it on and do, and then beauty blender the shiz out of that. But it's kind of like this thing where it's like, okay, if you have one, you got them all, you know. I was gonna do like a compare and contrast video between like this one. I got a Makeup Revolution one, I got a NYX one, obviously Farsali, Too Faced has them, but I was just like, no, I think I would die because that's a lot of jelly highlighter. But for being such a weird and funky gimmick, this is probably one of the best gimmicky products I've used. I feel like it actually does something as opposed to be an existing solution to a problem that didn't exist before the product was created. Like those Melt Cosmetics liquid lipsticks, I enjoy formulas that like to challenge reality, that like to challenge my perception of makeup. Now, I purchased the whole shebang bang because y'all know I have issues. All of the Black Moon Cosmetics Moonlighter highlighters. I'd seen them, I lusted after them, and I just said, you know what, screw it. Now, I have some nice ones. They've got some wearable shades. They've got some more funky ones. And then they have these two. They have, oh, hello highlighter. That's another problem with jelly products. It gets everywhere. Jellyfish and cat shark. Now you open these up and you're like, okay, all right, you're getting all kinds of like Kat Von D Alchemist palette and then cat shark right here. Now I'm gonna swatch these for you. And I know for a fact that the camera and everything is not gonna do this shiz justice. But you have this right here like this. And you do that, and let me do jellyfish for you all, because the first time I swatched, my mind was, I mean, I just don't know if you could, like, looking at them on my hand, looking at them, this is a formula that is mimicking, I mean, these things, the highlighters are literally inspired by bioluminescence. I'm convinced Black Moon Cosmetics went out in the middle of the night and they were like literally plucking the bioluminescence properties off of all these critters and all these plants and actually putting that into their highlighter formula. Because you look at them and kind of like those Melt Cosmetics lipsticks, your eyes respond to them like it's light, like you're not just looking at this product, you're like reacting to it as though it were bioluminescent, UV, black light, whatever. They're just, it's like a freaking light show on my hand. I just, ugh. Another really funky, what's it called? Formula and product are the Lime Crime Diamond Crushers. Now, when these first came out, I was like, yes, because I was lusting after. I was like, F me up, lime crime. And I thought they were gonna be a sparkly, glittery, effervescent, very fairy fart top coater. And I didn't buy none of them because they're like $20 a piece. And then I went to Marshall's and they had them for like, you know, $6. And I got a couple shades and I was like, okay, these look pretty. They look all kinds of shiny and whatever. Let me tell you, I was not prepared for the, okay, so you get it right here, and it's like, liquid foil, almost. Here's this purple one right here. Like, I'm not sure what I was expecting, but I was not expecting the shimmery, shiny opacity that these delivered to me. Because the first time I put it on, the first one I used was that green one, and I was expecting it to just give me like a little faint something, and I was like, no, it's straight up green. I mean, do you see? Do you see? Like, I don't understand this formula at all. They're just so packed full of glitter and shine and glowy goodness. Like I said, I thought this was gonna be a gloss, but it's not a gloss, and it's not a lipstick. It's not a metallic liquid. I don't know. It's just this metallic pigment suspended in something magical. This is a formula I've absolutely not experienced anywhere else. I don't even know. I don't know where they find this stuff. I mean, do you see that? I just wiped it off and all of that like colorful pigment is still there. Shimmering. Do you see that stainage? That's top tier stainage. Then if we're gonna talk weird products, we've gotta talk weird jelly, gelée type products. Milk Makeup Hydrogrip Primer. One of my absolute favorite blinking primers in the world. But it is this like I've tried a lot of primers, and you know, you're familiar with like the primer consistency. Kind of the same thing with foundation. You get accustomed to the type of liquid that it feels like. And then you also got the Ciate Watermelon Burst Hydrating Primer, which is this weird gel something with little dots of stuff in it. I must admit, I never said that I would be given an award for my descriptiveness. These are the type of things you like squirt out onto your hand and you're like, what? Because they're just this like jelly, this jelly, kind of like the jelly highlighter. You're like, should a product really be this consistency? And in my mind, I think all products should be this consistency, at least primers, because these are two of my absolute favorite primers. They're just this really weird, just keep saying consistency, these formulas that are just like, you know, slimy, and you're just like, you know, what made them reach the point of being like, yes, we're gonna market slime and we're gonna sell it to people to put on their face. I'm not sure the logic behind it, but these are just really great. Then another product that immediately came to my mind when I was like trying to tally up what I was gonna talk about. I love unnatural colors. Oh, Soraya, say it ain't so. We had no idea. So it would make sense that I have lip colors in every shade of the friggity frackin' rainbow. I got blue, I got purple, I got orange, I got green, I got yellow. But I feel like probably one of the weirdest colors I have is the Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in Tank Girl. Now, certain things I understand, you know, blue lipstick, you know, avant-garde makeup and whatever, but like, what made us think, you know what people really want to wear on their lips? Khaki green. Deep, dark khaki green. Like, this is not a lipstick that you would wear because, oh, it flatters my skin tone, or, oh, it makes my teeth look whiter. This is a lipstick you wear because you have a very specific look in mind, and you're like, this is the one and only company. There's only one of this shade because I feel like it's not a shade that's flying off the shelves. Because like I've seen people rock green lipstick and this one is just it's, I mean, look bomb with this look. You're just like khaki green. That is a very interesting and weird lipstick shade. Another sort of shade discrepancy or weird shade thing. Now I love this product. I mean, love all the products I talk about, but I feel like this product was marketed towards a very strange demographic. I mean, I don't even know who it was marketed to. But we had the Anastasia blush kits, and I was like, yes! You put Anastasia products in a palette and you call it a kit, and I am down. Glow kits, blush kits, whatever, I want them all. And they came out with the radiant one, which is peachy and pink, and then they came out with the gradient one, and you're like, okay, all right, you know, it's gonna be like all kinds of purple and plummy, and you open it up and it's like, well, it's a blush and contour palette for a vampire. I mean, when I do my vampire look, y'all would have seen me use this in my Halloween vampire transformation. I contoured with these two shades and it came out absolutely perfect. Now I have worn this shade, sometimes this one and this one, but it's like, yes, it's unique. You know, obviously we were going for something that the market hadn't seen, potentially because the market isn't aware of the vampires that they could be selling to, because if there's something a vampire likes looking, it's beat. But these colors are just like, you look at them and you're like, okay, I guess we decided to send that through. I mean, I don't keep this as a blush palette, although I do occasionally. I keep this as a contouring kit for when I'm being undead, a vampire, a zombie. I always have this with me when I'm doing Halloween makeup. I honestly feel like this would be a must for Halloween makeup people. It's just such an unusual, yeah. You would have to have a very specific skin tone and undertone for this to be like your perfect colors. And I think those undertones are dead. Now we're gonna talk about a funky, weird formula that I absolutely hate. I actually pulled these out of my declutter to talk about because, strictly speaking, they haven't left my collection. But y'all know how I feel about the formula that is a matte or a shimmer that has glitter suspended in it. We've seen this from a myriad of companies. There are a lot of offenders in this department, but probably one of the worst are the Medusa's Makeup single eyeshadows. Now, when I, use a matte with shimmer, glitter, whatever in it, usually you blend it out and it's just gone. Essentially, it's there to look pretty in the pan, although I have heard using like a tacky primer and a padding something or whatever works, but I don't know. But the way these work is, the reason the glitter's in there is for you to, as you're applying it, and as you're blending it, and as you're blinking, and as you're wearing it throughout the day, for the glitter to just all around you. We're talking glitter on your face, glitter on the counter, glitter on the cat, walls, ceiling, glitter on every piece of clothing you own. You blink and you can literally physically see and feel the glitter falling out of this. This is one of the strangest formulas I have ever used because it just ends up, it looks kind of like a glittery, shimmery something, and then it just turns into a matte shadow because all the glitter has left the building. Chugging along, kind of in the same vein as the Lime Crime Diamond Crushers, the Kat Von D Everlasting Glimmer Veil. Now, I will say these things are not everlasting. You put them on, you wear them for a little bit, and then it's like Crumble City. But these, like the Lime Crime ones, are these glittery, effervescent. I mean, these ones are much more opaque, but they're pretty much kind of the same idea. I mean, they're not a metallic lipstick. They're not a lipstick. They're not a gloss. They're just this shimmery, shiny, bottle unicorn poop situation going on. I mean, do you see the reflectiveness coming off of that? It's like, hello. I mean, I guess it's a topper, but it's like too pigmented on its own to just be a topper. It's just something that my puny little makeup brain, and once again, look at that, I just wiped it off with a makeup. You see, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I mean, it's a formula I enjoy, but it's very, very strange. Then we're gonna end on a formula that is, I mean, I think it's stupid, but it's also one of the funkiest formulas in my collection. I anti-hauled this collection. This is from the Too Faced Unicorn Life's a Festival something Claire's makeup collection, and I anti-hauled all of it, and then I found it at Marshall's, and this is the bottle of unicorn tears. Now you think it's gonna be a liquid highlighter, it's gonna be something you can mix in with your foundation, something kind of akin to the Becca Liquid Shimmering Skin Perfector. You would be wrong. What this is maybe it is unicorn tears. I'm more akin to believe that it's unicorn pee. Bottled, it is a glitter suspended in I suppose oil, maybe? I don't know. Looking like that, not that you can see it. Yay, my hand's wet. Do not mix this in with your foundation, because you will be picking glitter off of your face for a month. Do not put this on top of your foundation, because see first. And do not apply this to your body, because you will then be a walking glitter schwitzing machine. It's not cute, Too Faced. It's not, I mean, yeah, now that I've like tried to take it off and there's like a little bit of twinkle twinkle of the glitter that's now going to be there for the rest of my life. I mean, look at all this crazy pigment blue and whatever. But I don't understand this one amps. I don't know why it exists. I don't know what it's supposed to do. I guess I could like use it as a serum and just go out in public and be like, look at me, y'all. I'm a walking effervescent fairy fart. Yay me. Okay, that is me talking about the weirdest, strangest, funkiest makeup in my collection, at least part 1. I think this was such a fun video idea to do, because sometimes we don't think about it. We just buy it and accept it, and then you look at it and you're like, yeah, you kind of funky. Obviously, let me know what you think about the products I talked about, what what you think a product in your collection is like the weirdest for whatever reason. You know, we're talking just like weird makeup, just like, okay, that's a strange theme. Or weird formulas, you know, I'd love to hear about that down below. Definitely go check out Lacie. She is one of my favorite people on this platform. But thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. And as always, keep it real. Mwah!